hi to Lausanne, right? Switzerland.
That's right. Hello from Switzerland. How are you?
We are fine. Too bad that you're not here with us, but I'm sure next time you'll be around.
Invite me again and I'll come.
Perfect. You are Phillip Morris International's Chief Sustainability Officer. I'm not sure this is a role that many Bulgarian companies have. And we're going to be talking about the intersection between innovations and sustainability. But let's start from Phillip Morris as a company which has been driven by innovation, especially in the last 10 years. Can you tell us more about what you've done inside the company, the products, and how this impacts the customers?
Sure. And I think that it's nice to the introduction that you were making before in terms of the role of sustainability and why some companies have sustainability in their organizations and some don't. What we're doing at PMI is really a radical transformation. We're changing our entire company, the way that we operate, and importantly, the product that we sell. So PMI, for those who don't know it, for many years has been known to be a tobacco company that sells cigarettes, and this was and used to be our only product. Now, since 2015, and we announced it in 2016, we decided to undergo a radical transformation, as I said to you before, which implied the decision to intentionally phase out cigarettes, meaning no longer base our success on making or selling cigarettes anymore and transition completely to reduced risk products. So products that deliver nicotine but are less harmful or significantly less harmful for the consumer, for the smoker, so that for those who don't want to stop smoking, they can switch to better alternatives. And this is the journey where we are today.
So we started with a topic, which is the intersection between innovations and sustainability. So how can innovations drive sustainability further and vice versa?
I think actually it's really the only way, but maybe I can elaborate a little bit. I think that when you think about sustainability, there's certainly an element that is about risk mitigation and operational efficiency. Yeah, how is it that we're using natural resources? How is it that we are impacting the environment, society? How is it that we can minimize those negative impacts? That's one part of sustainability, but that's a little bit part of the business as usual or any company that needs to be and wants to be responsible, where sustainability comes in as an opportunity for growth, as an opportunity for a competitive advantage, is by understanding sustainability through the lens of innovation and technology. And this is really what we have done at PMI. So if you look at our sustainability strategy, it's really not different to our transformation strategy or corporate strategy. It's really all the same. The core of our sustainability strategy is really to transform our company. And the reason why we're doing it is because we believe and we know it's better for our consumers, it's better for the planet, but it's also better for the business. And that's why it makes sense.
But how can you convince people that it's more than just a nice corporate narrative that you just said in your previous answer?
Yeah, I think that's important, and it's a very valid question. You know, when you're thinking about doing good, many times people think that comes at a cost, and you have to compromise that if you're doing good, your business is not doing well, and that's not true. I think that the more knowledgeable we are, the more sophisticated we become, and understanding really, what is sustainability? What are the priorities that strategically make sense for your organization to focus on? When we have the right metrics to measure progress, to measure impact, you can really connect these strategies, your sustainability strategy that is aiming to do good without sacrificing your business profitability, without sacrificing your business from doing well. You can do good and you can do well together, embedding and connecting these strategies so that they become one. And the way that you convince anyone, your organization and external stakeholders, is by having clarity on your purpose. What do you want to achieve? Having clarity on where resources need to be allocated, and importantly, what you're going to measure, how you're going to measure it, how you define success, and how you're going to report on it.
Jennifer, if we move to the bigger picture a little bit, but just a few weeks ago, the European Commission proposed a 2-year delay to the adoption of certain features of the Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive. What does this mean? Does it mean that businesses and companies are still not ready for proper sustainability reporting? What do you think?
I think that it's maybe part that, but I also think that it's more about the entire infrastructure that the EU is building with this directive, with the Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive. And importantly, the ESRS, the European Standards for Sustainability Reporting, putting them together in a way that will really serve the ultimate purpose, which is to allow standardization, to allow harmonization, to allow companies to conduct materiality assessments and prioritization in a way that is reliable, in a way that is comparable, in a way that investors can understand what companies are reporting, why they're reporting, what is the meaning of the data. And so I think that the process has perhaps not hiccups, but moments of pause to actually reflect and make sure that everyone is on board and will be able to comply with something that is useful. Certainly different companies are in different journeys, right? Some companies have been like ours reporting for many, many years. So our understanding of reporting, the quality of the data that we have in place, fortunately puts us in a position where we would be ready to respond to CSRD, but naturally that is not the case for all companies. And this is a little bit what this EU regulation is trying to do, bring up to a certain level all companies, enable all companies to report on the impacts that they have on society and the environment, so that all of us, stakeholders, consumers, investors, whoever it is that you represent, can read at these disclosures and really understand how our company is operating.
And finally, can you give us specific examples from countries in Europe or around the globe for good sustainability and ESG practices implemented by Phillip Morris International, maybe also including Bulgaria?
Sure. And I think that Bulgaria is really a great example. Listen, the way that we do it is that our strategy, our sustainability strategy, is a global one. We're all connected to it. Depending on the footprint and the realities on the places where we operate, we will tailor and adjust our sustainability strategy to really respond to contingency issues on the ground, where we have the bigger impact, where we have a bigger footprint, in order to really manage our stakeholder expectations and properly address issues that are important. So in the case of Bulgaria, of course, we have been selling our smoke-free products very successfully. In commercializing these products, our main intention is to maximize the benefits of IQOS while minimizing unintended consequences. What do I mean by that? Making sure that we're selling to the right audience. And so having youth access programs in place to prevent the access of youth or unintended audiences is really of the essence. And this comes very closely attached to our commercialization model. And then also thinking about these products and the end of life, post-consumer waste is a very important part of that. So the other thing that we're doing in Bulgaria is putting in place take-back programs to take back electronics and recycle, repair, refresh, and the same with our consumables, in order to ensure that from an end-to-end, from a circularity standpoint, we're really ensuring that we're minimizing negative impacts, not just on the health of the consumer, but also on the environment and society.
Jennifer, thank you very much for joining in live from Switzerland. Again, next time you're invited here in person, so make sure to be here. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me, and I wish you much success at your conference today.